Hello everyone and welcome to this video. In this video, we're going to talk about Year 9 Achievement Test, June 2023. Section B, Question 26. Question 26A, factorize fully. Here we have 40xy power of 2 minus 16y power of 4. Now, in a question like this, we have things in common between these two elements. Between these two elements, we have things in common. This means we're going to use the breaking down of elements method. The breaking down elements or breaking down of elements method, it means you have to break down each part of the expression to its prime factors, For example, here we have 40. We're going to break it down to its prime factors. And when we break down 40 to its prime factors, we can take it on the side like this. We divide it by 2, we will get 20. Divided by 2, we will get 10. Divided by 2, we will get 5. And then divide the 5 by 5, we'll get 1. And by that, we broke down the whole thing into its prime factors. Let's make it smaller so it doesn't take all the space. And the prime factors are the ones, the small ones on the side, which are 2, 2, 2, and 5. So I can write them here. I'll make this bigger. So we have 2, 2, 2, 5. These are the prime factors of 40. Prime factors of 40. I'll do the same with the 16 after I finish this element. Now, after breaking down the 40, I can come to the variables. Here we have 1x. So I'm going to write x like this. And we have y power of 2, so 2 y's. So y, like this. And by that, I finished writing all the elements or all the prime factors of 40x power xy power of 2. This means when you multiply all of these factors or all of these elements, you will get 40xy power of 2. Now, I'm going to do the same with 16y power of 4. Same idea. I'm going to take the 16, break it down to its prime factors. So I'm going to write it here. I can write it under this. So we have 16. Divide 2 is going to be 8. And then 8 divide 2 is going to be 4. And then 4 divide 2 is going to be 2. And then 2 divide 2 is going to be 1. And when you reach 1, you can stop. So these are the prime factors of what? Of 16. So 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. We have 4 2's. We can write them over here. So let me write them here. So we start with the 2. So 2, 2, 2, 2. As we said, we break down this element into its prime factors. And we got the numbers here. And then what do we have? We have y power of 4. This means 4 y's. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, we broke down each element to its prime factors. Now we have to find out what common factors that we have. And each pair of common factors, I take one of them only. So here I have a pair, common, pair, pair, and here we have y and y, y and y. Each common factors, I take one of them, and then multiply all the common factors by each other. So here I have a 2, here I have a 2, here I have a 2, and here I have a y and a y. So the ones in common, the ones in the middle, common ones, I will take them and multiply them by each other. And the ones that I took from the sides, I don't have to use them anymore. So I'll put a line under them. Here, this one, I used it. The ones I used, I have to put a line on them. So I know that I used them. Like this. I used all the 2 y's and all the 2 y's here. Now, the ones in the middle, I multiply them by each other. So 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. So I will write it here, 8. And then y times y is y power of 2. Y power of 2, like this. Now, these are the one in the middle, which are the common ones. And then what do? If I took all the common ones and finished with them, I'll open a bracket. Now, I go back to the first group, which is this one. What did I leave? I left the 5 and the x. 5 and the x. So I have to write 5x like this by multiplying them by each other, okay? And then what's the sign in the middle between them? Very good, it's negative, so I write negative. And then what did I leave in the second group? I left 2, y, so this means y, 2, y power of 2, like this. And then I close the bracket. And focus on this. You have to put them in order. The first group must be first in the bracket, and the second group must be the second in the bracket. And this is how you factorize fully. And fully means what? It means there's no other stuff in common between these two elements inside the brackets. Now, let's move on to question B. Question B. Find the value of n, giving that x power of 9 times x power of n divide x power of 2 equals x power of 3. Now let's remove this, the one on top, and then go back to answer the question in this piece. So with question B, we're going to find the value of n that gives this or makes this right. Now you can see, let me zoom in so you can see it more here. You can see that x power of 9 multiplied by x power of n. This means what? This means that these two elements, they have the same base number and they're multiplied. When you multiply the same base numbers, what do you do to the powers? Very good, you're going to add them. So this means that the answer should be x power x, and the power is 9 plus n. X power 9 plus n, like this. And down we have x power of 2. So divided by x power of 2, like this. So x power of... So here we have x power of 9 plus n divided by x power of 2. Now this one has a line of fraction. Equals what? Equals x to the power of 3. Now, when we solve this, here we have the same base numbers divided by each other, and we have the powers. What do we do to the powers if we have the same base numbers? Very good. We subtract the powers. So it's going to be x power of 9 plus n minus 2 equals what? Equals x power of 3, like this. Now, when we look at this equation, we notice that the base numbers are the same on both sides. This means both powers must be the same. This means that this power here, x plus n minus 2, equals 3. Now, I'm going to take the powers and write them as an equation. So 9 plus n minus 2 equals 3, like this. I'll put it on top here. Now, I'm going to simplify this. So we have 9 minus 2 equals what? Equals 7. Very good. Plus n equals 3. Now I'm going to rearrange this by taking the 7 to the other side, like this. And because it was positive, I'm going to make it on the other side as negative. So n will equal 3 minus 7. And then at the end, n will equal what? N will equal negative 4. So here we found the value of n that makes this possible by using the rules of multiplying base numbers and dividing base numbers. Focus on the steps and focus on the powers, and focus on the steps of rearranging equations to find the values of the missing variables. And this is how you answer a question like this. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.